First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders of GMS, and shout out to the hopeful elected brothers out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of their ability. And I want to touch on Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, beginning to fight on our behalf, okay? Because he's sure enough starting to throw these nations down through war, okay, through his storms, through his pestilences, his plagues, okay? His plagues have hit the earth like ancient Egypt, okay? Before our release in ancient Egypt, okay, Egypt was plagued with darkness. It was plagued with flies, hailstones, okay, you name it. And the angel of death came and killed the firstborn of every Egyptian. So just like in the days of old, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is starting to work for us again, man. Okay, this world, Salakia, is out of order. It's upside down, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about to turn it right back, right upside. Okay, the right way. All right, through his plagues. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 17. He shall take to him jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature of his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. And this is going into Jacob, okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to turn his men into like Superman. And when you go into the Old Testament, King David and pretty much the kings of Israel, but mainly King David, okay? And there were other brothers too who had supernatural abilities in the scriptures, okay? But I'm just going to use King David as an example. Him and his mighty men, the mighty 300 underneath him, were like Supermen. When they went to war, okay, they couldn't be defeated. All right, they were able to put, one man was able to make 100-man flee. Okay, so they were mighty, and see, the heathen have these records of us in the ancient world. So this is another reason why they seek to keep us disconnected from our power. Because once we align back with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh is going to bestow upon us spiritual power like he once did in the ancient world. Okay, what you would call, okay, and these times, X-Men, okay, or superheroes. All right, and this is what this verse is going into. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to turn us into Supermen once again to combat the forces of evil, to put down his enemies, okay? And his main enemy being Esau Edom, when you read Psalms chapter 83, okay? And the first book of Malachi, all right? It goes into who Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai hates and who's his enemies. Salakia. Let me read this again. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of an helmet. He shall take holiness for an invisible shield. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Okay, so pretty much Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to deal with the undesirables, okay? Those who he doesn't want to save. The only people that's going to be saved during these times is his elect, okay? His holy elect, his remnant, his righteous branch. Everybody else is going to be done away with, okay? Even the 2/3, which is the wicked of our nation, okay? The nation of Israel. His severe wrath will be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to their mark. Now this is talking about thunder and lightning, okay? Precision strikes. So like if I jack that up, okay? But yeah, how you know in Greek mythology how they go into Zeus throwing thunderbolts from heaven. So this is what this is talking about, and this is where they get this from. Okay, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to use lightning as a weapon. Okay, as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark, and hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bow. Okay, hailstones was cast down in ancient Egypt as one of the plagues. Okay, before Yahweh, right before Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai freed the children of Israel. okay, from their captivity. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, okay, tsunamis, okay, and the floods shall cruelly drown them. Okay, this was another tactic he used during the time of Noah. When the earth was full of wickedness, he told his prophet Noah to build an ark because he was going to flood the world for their wickedness. And he sure enough did. And the only people that survived was his remnant, okay, which was Noah and his sons, okay, and certain particular animals that were in the ark, okay. Those were the only survivors after the flood. All right, and just like he changes not, okay, just like in the days of old, okay, he's gonna do these works once again, okay. And the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. So this is how Yahweh Bashim Yahushai fights with the elements that he created. Wind, water, fire, okay, hailstones. He controls the weather, all right? And Esau tries to copy him on the left-hand side with his weather modification system called HAARP, where he's able to manipulate the weather, okay? This man sees himself as Yahweh, okay, but he's not. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to throw him down. But Yahweh is starting to fight for us. Already there's earthquakes all over the place, okay, in various places. There's mass floods, okay, you name it, man. Yahweh is fighting on our behalf. Even with the wars that's going on, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that controls the minds of the kings. Okay, so and he's controlling the minds of the kings to go to war. Why? For judgment. When you read chapter Joel, the 3rd chapter, it goes into why, okay, he's stirring up the battlefield. All right. Let me get another verse. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get. See if I can get Joel real quick, the 3rd chapter. He goes into detail as to why he's doing this. Okay, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations. So this is why this is being done. This is why the Middle East is on fire right now. Okay, India against Pakistan. Okay, Russia against Ukraine. Israelis against the Palestinians. Lebanon people. Okay, China against Taiwan. China against Babylon. This is why this is happening. It's judgment. You reap what you sow. All right. And here it is. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot. So they sold our young men as prostitutes, turning them out, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Greeks, that they might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So this is real-time news right here. This is what's going on in the Middle East in a nutshell. Judgment, all right? And he's using war for it. He's using weather warfare, okay? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a man of war, all right? He's constantly now overthrowing these nations, leading them into booby traps. He's the ultimate chess player, moving the pieces on the board, okay? Lining everything up, pulling the other nations who don't even want to be into war, okay? Because of finances. A lot of these countries, they do business together, and when one of them are attacked or hurt, it hurts the other one's economy, forcing them to take action. All right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, is marvelous in his works, man. He's marvelous at what he does, and he's in the process of freeing up the children of Israel, man. Okay, and he's evicting the people who have kicked them out of their land and sold them into slavery. Those areas where we were taken down and where we were kicked out are being decimated right now. And they're complete, like Syria, okay, the whole Gaza, okay, and soon, very, very soon, our homeland will be hit up as well, okay. And when the elect, or the righteous branch, the 144,000, come down off those chariots, okay, they will seize all that land and all that area, and the heathen will rebuild it, okay, and they will once again be back in position and back in their land, and peace will spring up in the earth, okay. But the Israelites have to go home. They have to be put back in their normal place. This world will not know peace until Jacob is back in power. All right, and that's where we at right now, man. And we don't have long, man, okay? One of the major things that we're looking for is the mark of the beast, okay, which is a new digital RFID technology system to give Esau, Edom control over everything, even humans, like live cattle and stock, okay, and we're to refuse that even unto the death. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said he would give us a crown of life, okay. So either way we win, all right, either way we win. But that's one of the major prophecies that we're looking for, okay, along with this third world war, all right. Some of us will be saved and spared and changed to come back and fight the forces of evil with our Lord and Savior Yahushai. Some of us will be martyrs, okay, but we do get to come back as kings and priests with Yahushai, so that's something to look forward to. All right, I hope this was edifying. To the next one, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Kakudash. Shalom, Akim, Shalom.